Hi guys, welcome to part 6 of this series where I show you the process of making this umbrella dress. In this part, we're going to focus on cutting out our material, so I'm going to be starting out with my lining. I chose a heavyweight poly satin lining that has a shiny side and a dull side. I'll tell you why that's important later. But for now, we're going to take our pattern pieces and our pins, then start pinning the pattern pieces to the lining. You guys, I don't want you to have to cut your pattern twice like I did, so please pay attention to the orientation in which you're laying your patterns because I consulted my friend Benjamin and well...
You know what? I'm about to leave Earth.
So yeah, I messed up and I was pissed about it. But I'm here to tell you that you don't have to make that mistake. Just make sure you pay attention to the orientation in which you lay your patterns when cutting something asymmetrical. Once you have all your pattern pieces laid out, you can begin cutting. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and square off those edges because in the previous video, I told you I accidentally added seam allowance to the hem and the neckline. So we're just cutting that off. Once I have all my pattern pieces cut out, I'm gonna take my powder chalk and my pattern pieces and label each one. This is super helpful to me because when working with so many pattern pieces, it's easy to keep track of without having the pattern next to you. Once I finished cutting out the lining, it was time to move on to the foam layer. So I rolled out my foam and I begin pinning all of my pieces. It's the same exact process as the lining. I'm just gonna cut out all the pattern pieces. And once all of those are cut out, I'm able to move on to labeling them. So I'm gonna label each foam panel using masking tape. Each panel is getting labeled twice across the masking tape. That way I can pinch the tape together and then see it on both sides of the foam. After cutting the foam, I went ahead and moved on to cutting this gorge vinyl fabric that I selected for the shell. I chose this fabric because I thought it had the perfect weight and structure to help facilitate the silhouette that I was looking to achieve. And instead of using pins, I'm using masking tape to tape each panel piece down and then taking my permanent marker and tracing over the edge so that way I can have an outline that I can visibly see on the back side of the shell fabric. After tracing each panel piece, I went ahead and labeled each panel. Again, I'm trying not to make any further mistakes, so this step just helps me keep track of all of the pattern pieces. Now I'm cutting out each panel and clipping all of my notches of the shell fabric. I feel like this video was super long, and yet I still feel like it wasn't enough to explain each step. But if you have any questions, leave a comment below. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video where I show you guys my sewing process. Till then, thanks for watching. Bye!